If you have young kids in the car, you might want to turn it down.
Warning, warning, warning. If you have young kids in the car, turn down your radio. Warning, repeat, warning. Adult content ahead in 3, 2, 1.
A former NFL player is suing his ex-wife for what he is saying ruining his life after she told people his junk was the size of 2 Coke cans, and that's what ended their marriage.
My goodness.
And I don't know a guy in the world that'd be upset by that.
Yeah, why would he be suing you and not thanking?
Exactly. Give her money.
Beats me. And it's his ex-wife.
Right.
His ex. He's married, is my understanding.
He's remarried.
Remarried, and with a child.
Mm-hmm.
But is he getting divorced from that wife too, or no?
Oh, I didn't hear that. Maybe.
I don't know.
And he got divorced from his first wife because they just didn't get along, or because that his thing was too big.
She said it was because his thing was too big.
To get divorced over it?
Yeah.
Get a, which would be ridiculous, but get, a reduction.
I don't think
it's possible.
Can you do a penile reduction?
I don't think.
I don't know. Don't know.
We do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone. Good morning, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, good morning. And, to be clear, she not only said 2 Coke cans, she said maybe a third.
She whiz.
Goodness gracious, the visual.
Yeah.
That small.
She said
Wow.
for sure 2. She said for sure 2.
Wow.
And maybe a third. No, but he is still married to his new wife.
Okay.
But I actually think the new wife might be a good bit of the reason that.
I was going to say that, but I don't want to be called sexist.
Because she's talking about it?
Because she's jealous of it. She don't want to hear about it.
She's pissed about it.
'Cause
Yeah, no,
ain't no
she's
dude
pissed
on
about
earth
it.
mad about it. Ain't no dude on earth going to sue somebody for saying his ding dong's big.
Okay, wait.
Hey, I'm confused.
Explain the
But
jealousy.
He has said publicly that this has been very upsetting to his wife. And he mentions that in conjunction with the lawsuit, and it really made me think the wife, the new wife is like, you got to shut her up. Like, this is embarrassing me.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a little bit of a novel approach to it, because the basis for his lawsuit is invasion of privacy, which is, there's a version of invasion of privacy called public disclosure of private facts, where someone tells your very private business, and it's business that is not a matter of public concern, because that's a defense if it was a matter of public concern. And he's saying that this was wrong, and that she then became unjustly enriched because all of her social media and everything that she makes money off of went crazy, and she made a bunch of money off of it because everybody was, trying to follow her and hear more about it. And that it has subjected his new wife to ridicule. It's one of the things he said in the lawsuit. So the wife plays a big role in this.
Okay, can I just say, I had not thought about that, but I kind of understand the new wife's, because they have a child, that it's like, I don't want your ex talking about this, and we're raising a child. You're turning our family into trash.
Right.
Like, I could kind of see that perspective.
Trash?
You want your children to walk around and have other kids talking about the size of your junk? It turns it into a very trashy situation that new wife did not sign up
I
for.
think Landon would high five me, but I will tell you
Landon
that
is a dude and over 18.
Lisa, if this goes to court, are they going to have to be like Exhibit A? This is what it looks like. She wasn't.
Oh God!
Now you see here, there's 3 Coke cans.
Now they would, if he had sued her for defamation, absolutely, but he didn't. So because with defamation, the truth or falsity of the statement is very, very important. But with invasion of privacy, that doesn't really matter. It matters a little bit, but he's going to concede it. He's going to concede, like, yes, look, my junk is big, but you shouldn't have told everybody. That's the point of the new law.
Does he have a chance of winning this?
He does. I mean, there have been some pretty famous lawsuits around this. Tiger Woods and Vanna White, to name 2 celebrities that have filed similar public disclosure of private facts lawsuits, and they've settled. That's probably what will happen here. They'll settle out of court. And I think his main goal, he may not see a lot of money out of it, because I don't think she made that much money off of it. But I think his main goal is to shut her up. And then that's going to make his new wife happy, and, and then he can just go off into the sunset.
Do you think this is counterproductive, though, because it's become a much bigger story now? Couldn't they just send a cease and desist and like, hey, can you not do that?
That's
or opt to take
true.
another route?
Probably did.
Maybe he did. But she said she was shocked, the ex-wife, when the lawsuit came out. I can't believe he's suing me.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that have been an easier route?
She did say a lot of other things about him that were very flattering and nice. I mean, I think she made it sound like they have a great rapport. And that she was just, explaining why they had intimacy problems, and she didn't think there was anything wrong with her saying that. And, So, yeah, I mean, it sounds like they did get along prior to this, which is another reason why I think the new wife is just like, come on, shut her up. Like, this is embarrassing the heck out of me.
That's my
There's no
first
way.
thought.
I can see that.
There's
'Cause they
no
know
way
dude will be mad about
it's
it.
the size of Coke cans. I think that's just exaggerated, and that's why there's also part of the lawsuit, because nobody would be able to be intimate with somebody else with 2 to 3 Coke
Speak
cans.
for yourself.
And also, look, we can pretend to be naive all we want, but they weren't doing it before they were married.
Yes.
I know.
They
right.
weren't. They didn't. She didn't know what they were
What they're
working
dealing
with,
with,
and then
yeah.
there was like, oh, then all of a sudden
Right.
now it's a problem.
Right. And even in
Right.
that podcast, it seemed like when I watched it, it was a very low-fi podcast, low budget type thing. The guy was kind of prying, like, so what are you saying? Because she was like, well, we had, and then she was like, it was kind of, and he was like, how big? Like then she didn't say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to tell you how big my ex's junk was.
Right.
It kind of was like just came out.
He was luring her
and
into
she was like,
yeah.
well, and she was like kind of doing stuff with her hand like this bit, and he's like, cocaine. He's like, well, 2, so I don't know.
Do you think deep down inside he's like, yeah, everybody knows?
I don't think he probably is upset by the news, but I could see
I
how
would be a little upset.
you would not want your child and your family and then your extended family to all be talking about that. Ugh.
I don't mind that, but I would be a little upset because I think when it comes to 2 to 3 Coke cans, it's almost like a deformity. It's too big.
Well, I mean, you think about like he is, he was shocked, I think, that it was disclosed publicly. And you think like he's sitting around having Thanksgiving with his new in-laws and they're opening a can of cranberry sauce and looking at him, like,
You pass the Coke, you're like, oh, come on.
I need cranberry.
give me a second can. Somebody give me a second can of cranberry sauce,
If I were Coca-Cola, I would hire him to be an endorser.
My God.
Would you not?
No.
Lean into it.
No. Not with genitalia.
That's bad for the brand.
No.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
No.
I don't know.
This day and time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it should. That's
You're
the
right,
thing.
it should.
It
No, I mean, like he does it as a joke. Like
No.
they don't even say anything about it. It's just
Oh,
Matt
just
Khalil
hold-
for Diet Coke.
And hold the can.
Yeah, he's not going to be like putting it with
And then
his
he'll be
tongue.
like,
Yeah.
give me 2 more.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
yeah, exactly. Like to lean into the controversy.
Maybe he could himself be walking around and be photographed with a soda. The same way like John Hamm, right? He is on it is on record that he's working
Packing,
with
yeah.
some
Ham.
meat.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. But then he shows up in his linen pants every 2 seconds.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, John,
Right,
we see it. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, you're not doing very much to
The
conceal
thinnest,
it.
tightest pants on.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I would believe, though, that if you had 2 to 3 Coke cans, you couldn't wear regular jeans. Something's odd here.
He played football. I mean, he wore those tight pants.
Yeah, there's no way.
Is there photo evidence?
He's
I don't
also
know.
6'8" and
Yeah.
6'6" and 300 pounds. I mean, he's a big guy.
Aren't you wearing a cup in there? So
Just for the
think they
record, it
used
really
to.
doesn't matter how big you are. It's not correlated. I found that out, and you can
are
ask Carol.
really, really
Let's
focused
get Carol on the
this.
phone.
I'm not kidding. I am not kidding.
If anything, it should be better for you because anything would look big on your frame.
She says she's been with, I don't want to say many of tall people, but she's been with tall people, and sometimes it's like the Asian guy from
You guys,
The Hangover.
It's the same as breast size. It's
Right.
like,
Thank you.
Yeah, like the
it's-
taller you are, the bigger your boobs are.
No,
Thank
yeah,
you,
it's
Katie.
just it's what you got. What you got.
And in health class one time, and this was a long time ago, she didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Somebody asked that question, and she goes, "Yeah, it does correlate." And
Who's she?
the entire class laughed at me and pointed at me.
A
Was it-
teacher said that?
Yes,
Oh, the teacher.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, the teacher was.
she didn't know
was
what she's
wrong
talking
for
about.
doing that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it was a little upsetting.
You've had a lot of trauma
It's
in your
hard
I'm
to
sure you were not a troublemaker. That's not why she did it.
Yeah, look at small wiener Goodman.
It went through the entire school.
Yeah.
And it was hard to defend myself through the entire school.
Plus, yeah.
I'd avoid hard.
Yeah.
Do what now?
You said hard. I
Don't
wouldn't
say
say
I
hard.
wouldn't say hard.
Don't say
I
hard.
wouldn't say hard.
And then if you're a shower, or if you're a grower, not a shower,
Yeah.
then you can't really produce the evidence
I'm
unless
kind of like that too.
if you're animated and you don't want to do that
We're
either.
learning a lot about Jason's genitalia
Yeah.
today.
Unprovoked.
Sorry, Lisa.
If
Sorry.
you don't get divorced, you'll get sued for talking about it. About your junk. All right, Lisa, real quick. Actually, yeah, real quick. I don't know if you saw this story, but Nick Reiner's attorney, he is being accused of viciously slitting the throats of his famous parents, Rob Reiner and his wife.
Did you see the press conference by chance of his lawyer? Okay. So if you're not caught up, his lawyer, Nick Reiner's lawyer, has dropped him as a client and is saying, yes, I've dropped him. It does not change my thought on the fact that I think he's not guilty, but I can't tell you why I've dropped him. Why do you think the lawyer dropped him?
I don't know what the background on it is. It may just be that they had some kind of significant disagreement. I mean, sometimes, particularly clients that suffer from mental illness and are not, necessarily in touch with the reality that, that you would like for them to be, sometimes they just don't listen. And even clients that don't have mental illness sometimes don't listen. Mm-hmm. And like for me personally, if I have a client that just will not listen to sound legal advice, then I don't keep working with them because it's not a good,
right.
It's not a good
what's the point?
So
yeah,
it's probably something as simple as that. Like maybe they have a significant disagreement about the way the case should go, and he's not listening to sound legal advice or something like that.
Can I give my opinion?
Why he dropped him?
And it's just speculation at this point. He can't pay. That's my. He couldn't secure funds.
Could be.
Oh, it certainly could be that.
I think it's because this guy, to me, the attorney, no offense, he seems like he will defend anybody if you have money. I think he probably couldn't secure the money. And so he's like,
it's a high-profile case. You're getting notorious for it.
Yeah, but who's
going to put up the funds?
Yeah.
If Nick Reiner doesn't have access to them, he does not have money on his own.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Lisa. But, first of all, he's not going to want to lose. But don't a lot of attorneys sometimes actually do pro bono type stuff because if it's such a huge case, it gets their name out there?
Yeah, sometimes they do, but like in this kind of situation, I don't think this is a great case for that because there's so much negative public sentiment about everybody loved Rob Reiner and, just everybody's like, oh my God, this is such a tragedy. And it seems like such a clear case. There's not much that an attorney can do for him.
But this attorney's already saying, like, I think he's innocent. It's this guy's a sleaze.
Yeah, he said,
he's a total sleaze.
It doesn't change the way that I feel about the outcome. And at one point he said, put it in print that I think that he is not guilty.
And it's like, geez. Mm-hmm. I think he couldn't pay. Right. And he's the one that defended what's her face from that huge documentary and Netflix.
The snow in Boston, the police, the
oh my gosh,
did they win?
They won.
Karen.
Oh wow,
Karen Reed. Yeah,
but she had money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember that story, The Staircase? It was a Netflix documentary. Was it in Raleigh?
Yes, local.
North Carolina, Durham. Yeah, Durham, North Carolina.
And I remember watching the documentary, and he's getting the defense. He was accused of killing his wife, and he's saying something about falling down the stairs. Okay, it's too much to get into.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
I just watched it.
Yeah,
on
The
Netflix,
Staircase.
Yeah.
And then the attorney was like, as soon as the dude ran out of money, he was like, I'm out.
Gotta go.
He defended him for years. He was like, I believe you, I believe you. As soon as he couldn't pay anymore, he was like, I can't defend you.
Didn't they raise funds for him and sell his house and everything?
And there was a book.
But
too,
he was like this, I'm doing this because I believe in your innocence. As soon as he ran out of money, he said, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person that did the documentary kind of helped prove that he was innocent or at least got him out.
I feel like it shaded it that way a little bit. I don't know if was he found out guilty? Lisa?
At first, yeah, he went to jail.
He's found guilty.
He went to jail. Yeah, he went to jail, and he's out now. But he went to jail. And I will say that, like, I know nobody loves lawyers, right? But
we love you.
We do love you.
But you love me, right? But most lawyers, we're not well thought of, and people don't think about the fact that these cases take so many hours, so much time.
I know.
So many resources.
And you have to hire investigators.
And if you're not getting paid, right? And if you're not getting paid, that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
If you think when people are like, "Oh, that lawyer quit," because they're critical of that, if they quit because they weren't getting paid, but who in this world works without getting paid?
That was exactly what I was going to say. Is like it is very easy to criticize, but every single one of us would be like, "I'm out. I got bills to pay.
I'm not getting paid."
Yeah.
I thought the Staircase one was egregious because he had worked with him for years.
Because he was getting paid.
And that's what I'm saying. He got paid like millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like he got nothing.
And he did end up getting out. I think now he lives in a 1-level house with his wife.
But Jared, he got
no
paid
stairs,
millions.
No
it's for the best. But he got paid millions of dollars.
I saw he was living in an apartment. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of stairs.
Hopefully, the third floor.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He got paid a lot of money because that's what his time is worth.
No,
and
I get it. I'm not saying people should work for free. Just when I was watching it, I was like, this guy really believes in him. And then he was like, peace.
Yeah. But I think most of us would do the same
he was
in
a
this.
Jerk to him, though. He was a jerk to his attorney.
Well, he's probably, anyway.
Like, I wouldn't be lowering my fee just because I'm like,
It depends.
I don't know.
been
I
so
think
many
you've got
years.
millions of
If
dollars
you're a
into it.
no-name attorney and all of a sudden you work high-profile case, that could help the rest of your career, especially if you win.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes attorneys who aren't well known will take on a case that they're not fully getting compensated for that very reason. But a lot of these, I mean, like the guys that represented Jeffrey McDonald were well known and had lots of clients that needed them.
I got you. All right. She's awesome. We love Lisa Lanier. Everyone loves
Lisa.
If you're ever injured, contact her right away at Hire a Heavyweight. Well, hireaheavyweight.com.